Olivia and the Enchanted Catnip Forest. A faint sense of unease had been nagging at Olivia's heart ever since she had returned from her harrowing quests in the pyramids. While the thrill of her adventures had not yet faded, a deep concern for her closest animal friends weighed heavily on her mind. It was during one of her daily strolls through the verdant meadows surrounding her cozy cottage that Olivia's worst fears were realized. Stumbling upon her dear friend Buttercup, the sweet-natured woodland bunny, Olivia's heart sank at the sight of the creature's listless form and dull, lifeless eyes. "Oh, Buttercup!" Olivia cried, rushing to the bunny's side and gently nuzzling the soft fur. "What has happened to you, my friend?" Buttercup's breathing was shallow, and Olivia could sense the creature's life force fading with each passing moment. Panic gripped the feline guardian as she racked her brain, desperately searching for a way to save her companion. It was then that a memory stirred within Olivia's mind, a legend she had once heard whispered in the shadows of the pyramids. Tales of a rare, enchanted catnip that grew deep within the heart of a mysterious forest, its restorative powers capable of healing even the most dire of ailments. "The Enchanted Catnip Forest," Olivia murmured, her green eyes shining with renewed determination. "That is where I must go to find the cure that will save Buttercup." Scooping the ailing bunny into her paws, Olivia rose to her paws, the emerald collar glimmering with a subtle pulse of energy. She knew the journey before her would be fraught with challenges, but the unwavering bonds of friendship that had carried her through past adventures would be her guiding light. "Hold on, Buttercup," Olivia whispered, her voice steady with resolve. "I will not let you down. We shall venture into the heart of the enchanted catnip forest, and I will find the cure that will restore your health." With Buttercup nestled safely against her, Olivia set out, her paws carrying her towards the mysterious woodland realm that held the key to saving her dear friend. The guardian of the emerald collar was determined to uncover the secrets of the enchanted catnip forest, no matter what perilous obstacles lay in her path. Chapter 1: Into the Enchanted Unknown. The journey to the enchanted catnip forest was unlike anything Olivia had experienced before. As she ventured deeper into the lush, verdant expanse, the very air seemed to crackle with an ancient, primal energy that set her fur on end. Towering trees, their trunks twisted and gnarled, seemed to loom over her, their branches reaching down as if to snatch her from the path. Olivia clutched Buttercup close, the woodland bunny's ragged breathing a constant reminder of the urgency of her mission. Suddenly, a rustling in the undergrowth caused Olivia to pause, her green eyes scanning the shadows with heightened senses. A flash of movement caught her eye, and she found herself face to face with a peculiar, fairy-like creature. Well, what have we here?" the creature trilled, its voice high-pitched and lilting. "A lost little feline, wandering far from home?" Olivia straightened her posture, her paw protectively covering Buttercup. "I am no lost traveler," she declared, her voice firm. "I seek the enchanted catnip forest, and I will not be deterred from my quest." The forest sprite's eyes glinted with mischief, and it flitted around Olivia in a whirl of gossamer wings and giggles. Ah, the enchanted catnip forest, you say? A perilous place, filled with wonders and dangers in equal measure. Olivia felt a flicker of unease, but she refused to be cowed. Then you must guide me, forest sprite. For my friend's life hangs in the balance, and I will stop at nothing to save him. The sprite paused, its playful demeanor seeming to soften ever so slightly. A noble quest, feline guardian. Very well, I shall lead you, but beware, the forest has a way of testing the hearts of those who dare to enter. With a flourish, the sprite darted forward, its luminous form weaving through the tangled undergrowth. Olivia took a deep breath, adjusting Buttercup's weight in her paws, and followed, her determination burning brighter than the flickering light of the forest sprite's trail. As she ventured deeper into the enchanted realm, Olivia couldn't help but marvel at the sheer otherworldliness of her surroundings. The trees seemed to pulse with a life of their own, their branches rustling in a gentle, whispered song. The very ground beneath her paws felt alive, thrumming with a primal energy that set Olivia's senses on high alert. Stay close, feline, the sprite called out, its voice echoing through the verdant expanse. The forest grows darker and more treacherous with every step. Your courage will be tested, but do not falter. Olivia steeled her nerves, her paw tightening around Buttercup's quivering form. I will not fail, she murmured, her gaze fixed on the distant path that the sprite had carved through the tangle of vines and branches. For Buttercup's sake, and for the sake of all who call this enchanted realm home, I will succeed. With renewed vigor, Olivia pressed on, her footsteps carrying her deeper into the heart of the enchanted catnip forest, where she knew the answers to Buttercup's ailment, and the secrets of this mystical place awaited her. Chapter 2: The Wise Old Tree Spirit. As Olivia followed the mischievous forest sprite deeper into the enchanted catnip forest, the air grew increasingly thick with ancient, pulsing energy. The towering trees seemed to lean in, their gnarled branches casting ominous shadows across the winding path. Buttercup whimpered softly in Olivia's paws, the woodland bunny's condition worsening with every passing moment. Olivia's heart raced, her determination fueled by the desperate need to find the enchanted catnip that could save her dear friend. Suddenly, the forest sprite came to an abrupt halt, its luminous form hovering before a massive, twisted tree trunk. This is as far as I can guide you, feline guardian, the creature trilled, its voice tinged with an uncharacteristic solemnity. The rest of your journey lies in the paws of the wise old tree spirit. Olivia's eyes widened as she studied the colossal tree, its weathered bark seeming to shift and ripple, as if it were alive. The wise old tree spirit, she questioned, her gaze darting back to the forest sprite. How do I earn its audience? The sprite's wispy form danced in the air, its delicate wings fluttering with a hint of mischief. Ah, that is the true test, feline. The wise old tree spirit is the guardian of this enchanted realm, and it does not readily grant its wisdom to those who are unworthy. Olivia felt a shiver run down her spine, but she refused to be deterred. Adjusting Buttercup's weight in her paws, she squared her shoulders and stepped forward, her green eyes filled with determination. "Then I shall prove my worth," she declared, her voice unwavering. "For the sake of my friend, and the sake of all who call this forest home, I will earn the wise old tree spirit's audience." The forest sprite paused, its expression unreadable, before finally nodding. "So be it, feline guardian. Approach the tree, and let your heart and your actions do the speaking." With those enigmatic words, the sprite vanished in a shower of glittering dust, leaving Olivia alone before the towering tree. Taking a deep breath, the feline guardian stepped forward, her paws treading carefully over the gnarled roots that seemed to reach out to her. As she drew nearer, Olivia felt a strange energy radiating from the tree, a pulsing, sentient force that set her fur on end. Buttercup stirred in her paws, the woodland bunny's eyes fluttering open. "Olivia!" The creature rasped, its voice barely audible. I'm so cold." Olivia's heart clenched with anguish, and she pressed the bunny closer to her, her paw gently stroking the soft fur. "Hold on, my friend," she whispered. "I'm so close to finding the cure. Just a little longer, please." Suddenly, a deep, rumbling voice echoed through the forest, causing the very earth to tremble beneath Olivia's paws. "Who dares to trespass upon the sanctum of the enchanted catnip forest?" Olivia whirled around, her green eyes searching for the source of the booming voice. To her astonishment, the massive tree trunk before her seemed to shift and swell, the gnarled bark parting to reveal a pair of glowing, ancient eyes. I am Olivia, guardian of the emerald collar," the feline stammered, her voice laced with a mixture of awe and trepidation. "I have come seeking the enchanted catnip that can save my friend, Buttercup." The eyes narrowed, their luminous gaze piercing Olivia's very soul. "The emerald collar, you say?" The wise old tree spirit rumbled, its voice resonating with a timeless wisdom. "Then you are no mere trespasser, feline guardian. But the test of your worthiness has only just begun." Olivia felt Buttercup shiver in her paws, the woodland bunny's condition deteriorating with each passing moment. Steeling her nerves, she met the tree spirit's unwavering gaze, her voice firm and resolute. "I am ready, wise old tree spirit. Whatever trial you deem necessary, I will face it, for the sake of my friend and the sake of this enchanted realm." The tree spirit's eyes seemed to soften, a faint glimmer of respect flickering within their ancient depths. "So be it, Olivia, guardian of the emerald collar. Prove your worth, and the secrets of the enchanted catnip forest shall be revealed to you." With a deep, rumbling sigh, the tree spirit's bark began to shift and peel away, revealing a hidden passageway within its ancient trunk. Olivia's eyes widened, her paws tightening around the ailing Buttercup. "Go now, feline," the tree spirit commanded, its voice tinged with a note of urgency. "Time is of the essence. Traverse the trials that lie within, and emerge worthy of the enchanted catnip's restorative power." Olivia took a deep, steadying breath, her gaze filled with a steely determination. "I will not fail," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. Without another moment's hesitation, Olivia stepped forward, disappearing into the dark, winding passage of the wise old tree spirit's domain, her quest to save Buttercup and unlock the secrets of the enchanted catnip forest, now well underway. Chapter 3: The Maze of Tangled Vines. As Olivia stepped into the dimly lit passageway within the wise old tree spirit's ancient trunk, she felt a chill run down her spine. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and the faint whispers of unseen forces. Buttercup trembled in her paws, the woodland bunny's breaths growing shallower with each passing moment. Olivia's heart ached for her dear friend, and she knew she had to press on, no matter what challenges lay ahead. The path before her twisted and turned, the gnarled roots underfoot seeming to shift and writhe, as if the very forest was alive and watching her every move. Olivia's keen senses were on high alert, her eyes scanning the shadows for any sign of danger. Suddenly, a low, rumbling voice echoed through the passageway, causing Olivia to pause in her tracks. "So, you are the feline guardian who dares to trespass upon the sacred domain of the enchanted catnip forest." Olivia whirled around, her paw tightening protectively around Buttercup. Her green eyes narrowed as she searched the darkness, until finally, a massive, serpentine shape materialized before her. "I am the keeper of the vines," the voice growled, and as the creature stepped forward, Olivia's breath caught in her throat. The being was a colossal, thorned vine, its sinuous form twisting and undulating, its glowing yellow eyes fixed upon her with a predatory intent. "You have been deemed worthy by the wise old tree spirit to seek the enchanted catnip," the vine keeper hissed, its voice dripping with disdain. "But to reach your prize, you must first navigate the maze of my domain." Olivia felt her heart racing, but she refused to let her fear show. "Then so be it," she declared, her voice steady and resolute. "I will face your challenge, Vine Keeper, for the sake of my friend Buttercup." The Vine Keeper's mouth curled into a twisted semblance of a grin, its thorned tendrils snaking across the earthen floor. "So be it, feline guardian. Prove your worth, or perish within my labyrinth." With a sudden lunge, the Vine Keeper's coils erupted from the ground, blocking the path before Olivia. The feline guardian tensed, her green eyes scanning the tangled vines for any sign of weakness. Buttercup whimpered in her paws, the woodland bunny's strength waning. Olivia knew she could not afford to fail, not when her friend's life hung in the balance. Steeling her nerves, Olivia stepped forward, her paws carefully navigating the treacherous maze of vines that twisted and writhed around her. The Vine Keeper's laughter echoed through the passageway, its malicious gaze following her every move. "You cannot escape, feline," the creature hissed, its thorns lashing out towards Olivia. "My labyrinth is inescapable, and those who dare to challenge it face eternal entanglement." Olivia dodged the strike, her agility honed by her past adventures, but she knew she could not keep up the frantic pace for much longer. Buttercup was growing weaker, and time was quickly running out. As Olivia turned a sharp corner, she found herself facing a towering wall of vines, their thorns gleaming menacingly in the dim light. Panic gripped her, but she refused to give in to despair. Suddenly, a flicker of movement in the shadows caught her eye, and Olivia felt a surge of hope as the mischievous forest sprite materialized before her. "Ah, so the feline guardian has found herself in a predicament," the sprite trilled, its wings fluttering with a hint of amusement. Olivia's eyes widened, and she quickly stepped forward, her voice hushed but urgent. "Please, forest sprite, you must help me. Buttercup's life hangs in the balance, and I cannot navigate this maze alone." The sprite's expression softened, and it nodded, its luminous form flitting closer to the wall of vines. "Very well, feline. I shall share a hidden path with you, but you must be quick, the vine keeper's senses are ever watchful." With a flick of its wrist, the sprite revealed a narrow, winding passage that snaked through the tangled vines, its thorns just barely parting to allow Olivia's slender form to pass. "Hurry, guardian," the sprite urged, its voice tinged with a rare seriousness. "The vine keeper grows restless, and your time grows short." Clutching Buttercup close, Olivia dashed forward, her paws moving with a newfound urgency as she navigated the treacherous path. The vine keeper's roar of fury echoed behind her, but she refused to look back, her focus solely on reaching the end of the maze. As she emerged from the tangle of vines, Olivia felt a surge of relief, her green eyes shining with triumph. But her joy was short-lived, for Buttercup's heartbeat was growing increasingly weak, the woodland bunny's eyes fluttering with the last vestiges of life. "Hold on, my friend," Olivia whispered, her voice laced with anguish. "We are so close to finding the enchanted catnip. Just a little further, please." With renewed determination, the feline guardian pressed onward, her paws carrying her deeper into the heart of the enchanted catnip forest, where she knew the fate of Buttercup and her own quest awaited. Chapter 4: The Woodland Nymph's Sanctuary. As Olivia emerged from the labyrinth of the vine-keeper's domain, a sense of both relief and trepidation gripped her. Buttercup's breaths had grown increasingly shallow, and the woodland bunny's eyes were now barely open. "Just hold on, Buttercup," Olivia whispered, her paw stroking the soft fur with a gentle, soothing touch. "We're almost there. The enchanted catnip is within our reach." The feline guardian's gaze scanned her surroundings, taking in the lush, verdant landscape that stretched out before her. Towering trees, their branches reaching towards the heavens, were interwoven with a tapestry of vines and flowers, creating a verdant canopy that seemed to pulsate with an ancient, primal energy. Olivia could feel the weight of the enchanted forest's watchful gaze upon her, as if the very earth itself was assessing her worthiness to tread upon its hallowed ground. Suddenly, a gentle, melodic voice echoed through the trees, causing Olivia to pause in her tracks. "Welcome, feline guardian, to the sanctuary of the enchanted catnip forest." Olivia whirled around, her green eyes widening as a luminous figure materialized before her. It was a being unlike anything she had ever seen, a woodland nymph, her form shimmering with an ethereal glow, her features both delicate and wise. "I am the keeper of the enchanted catnip," the nymph spoke, her voice soft and serene. "I have been expecting you, Olivia, guardian of the emerald collar." Olivia felt a flutter of hope rise within her chest, but she dared not let her guard down. "Then you know why I have come," she replied, her tone laced with a desperate urgency. "My friend, Buttercup, is gravely ill, and the enchanted catnip is our only hope for his salvation." The woodland nymph's expression softened with empathy, and she nodded slowly. "Indeed, I am aware of your dear friend's plight. The enchanted catnip holds the power to restore even the most ailing of creatures, but its secrets are not easily uncovered." Olivia felt her heart sink, and she tightened her grip on Buttercup's trembling form. "Please, you must help me," she pleaded, her voice tinged with anguish. "Buttercup's time grows short, and I cannot bear to lose him." The nymph's luminous eyes met Olivia's, and the feline guardian was struck by the depth of wisdom and understanding that shone within them. "I sense the strength of your bond with this woodland creature, Olivia," the nymph murmured, her ethereal form drifting closer. "And I see the true purity of your heart, your unwavering dedication to the preservation of life in this enchanted realm." Olivia felt a flicker of hope ignite within her, but she dared not speak, fearful of disrupting the nymph's deliberation. After a long moment of silence, the woodland nymph extended a slender, glowing hand towards Olivia. "Come, feline guardian. The enchanted catnip grows within the sanctuary of my domain, but you must prove your worthiness to harvest its restorative power." Olivia's eyes widened, and she nodded, her paws carefully cradling the ailing Buttercup as she followed the nymph deeper into the verdant expanse. The path they traversed was unlike anything Olivia had ever experienced. The very ground beneath her paws seemed to pulse with a living energy, the plants and flowers around her swaying and shimmering as if alive. The air itself crackled with a tangible magic, filling Olivia's senses with a palpable sense of wonder and reverence. Finally, they reached a secluded clearing, its edges ringed with towering, ancient trees. In the center of the sanctuary stood a magnificent, glowing plant, its broad leaves shimmering with an otherworldly radiance. "Behold, the enchanted catnip," the nymph announced, her voice imbued with a reverent awe. "Its power is as ancient as the forest itself, and only those who have proven their deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all living things may harvest its restorative gifts." Olivia's gaze was transfixed by the shimmering plant, her heart swelling with a desperate hope. "What must I do?" she asked, her voice scarcely above a whisper. The woodland nymph's expression grew solemn, and she turned to face Olivia, her luminous eyes boring into the feline guardian's very soul. "You must demonstrate your reverence for the delicate balance of this enchanted realm," the nymph intoned, her voice resonating with a timeless wisdom. "You must show that you understand the intricate web of life that sustains us all, and that you are willing to act as its guardian, rather than its conqueror." Olivia felt a flutter of trepidation, but she nodded resolutely, her grip on Buttercup tightening with a renewed determination. "I am ready, woodland nymph. Whatever trial you deem necessary, I will face it, for the sake of my friend and the sake of this enchanted forest." The nymph's lips curled into a serene smile, and she extended her glowing hand towards Olivia once more. "Then let us begin, feline guardian." The fate of the enchanted catnip, and the fate of your dear Buttercup, now rests in your paws. Chapter 5. The Harmony of Life. As the woodland nymph's hand touched Olivia's brow, the feline guardian felt a surge of energy course through her, igniting every one of her senses with a newfound clarity. The world around her seemed to come alive, the whispers of the forest no longer mere background noise, but a symphony of interconnected voices, each one integral to the delicate balance of the enchanted catnip realm. Olivia could feel the pulse of the earth beneath her paws, the steady rhythm of life that flowed through every living being, from the towering trees to the humblest of insects. She could sense the subtle shifts in the currents of energy, the ebb and flow of the forest's breath, and the intricate web of dependencies that sustained this enchanted ecosystem. As she gazed upon the shimmering enchanted catnip plant, Olivia's heart swelled with a profound reverence. She understood, on the deepest level, the sacred role this ancient plant played in the overall harmony of the forest, its restorative powers a testament to the interconnectedness of all living things. Now, feline guardian, the woodland nymph's serene voice echoed, you must demonstrate your understanding of this harmony and your willingness to protect it. Olivia nodded, her emerald eyes filled with a steely determination. Gently placing Buttercup at the base of the enchanted catnip, she stepped forward, her paws treading lightly, as if in a sacred dance. With each step, Olivia felt the forest respond, the very air around her thrumming with an ancient energy. She could sense the eyes of the enchanted catnip's guardians upon her, watching, assessing, waiting to see if she was worthy of their trust. As Olivia drew closer to the glowing plant, she knelt down, her paw reaching out to caress the velvety leaves. A surge of warmth and vitality flowed through her, and she closed her eyes, focusing her entire being on the intricate symphony of life that surrounded her. In that moment, Olivia became one with the forest, her own heartbeat synchronizing with the rhythm of the earth, her very essence intertwined with the delicate web of existence that sustained this enchanted realm. When she opened her eyes, the woodland nymph was smiling, her luminous form radiating a profound sense of approval. Well done, Olivia, guardian of the emerald collar, she spoke, her voice resonating with a timeless wisdom. You have proven your understanding of the enchanted catnip's sacred role and your dedication to preserving the harmony of this forest. The nymph's slender hand gestured towards the glowing plant, its leaves seeming to sway and shimmer with a newfound vitality. Take now the enchanted catnip, feline guardian, and return it to your ailing friend. Its restorative powers shall heal Buttercup and restore the balance that has been disrupted by the forest's recent trials. Olivia felt a surge of gratitude and relief, her paws carefully cradling the shimmering plant as she turned back towards Buttercup's still form. The woodland bunny's breaths had grown even more shallow, and Olivia knew that time was of the essence. Kneeling beside her friend, Olivia gently placed the enchanted catnip against Buttercup's nose, watching as the woodland bunny's eyes fluttered open, a faint spark of life returning to his weakened body. As the restorative powers of the sacred plant took hold, Olivia watched in wonder as Buttercup's condition began to improve, the bunny's fur regaining its luster and his movements growing stronger with each passing moment. Olivia let out a shaky breath, her green eyes shining with tears of joy. "Welcome back, my friend," she whispered, her paw gently stroking Buttercup's head. The woodland nymph's serene presence materialized beside them, her luminous form radiating a sense of tranquility. "The enchanted catnip has done its work, feline guardian," she spoke, her voice tinged with a hint of reverence. "Your friend is now healed, and the balance of the forest has been restored." Olivia looked up at the nymph, her expression filled with a profound gratitude. "Thank you, woodland nymph," she murmured, her voice thick with emotion. "I am forever in your debt, and in the debt of this enchanted realm." The nymph's lips curled into a warm smile, and she shook her head gently. "No, Olivia," she replied, "it is we who are in your debt. For you have shown us the true depth of your understanding and your unwavering commitment to the preservation of all life." Olivia felt a surge of pride and humility swell within her, and as she gazed upon the now vibrant Buttercup, she knew that her journey through the trials of the enchanted catnip forest had been worth every challenge. With the enchanted catnip in her paws and her dear friend by her side, Olivia rose to her feet, her emerald eyes shining with a newfound resolve. "Then I shall continue to be a guardian of this enchanted realm," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. "For as long as I draw breath, the enchanted catnip forest and all who call it home shall be under my protection." The woodland nymph's expression radiated a sense of profound satisfaction, and she nodded, her ethereal form beginning to fade. "Then go now, feline guardian," she whispered, her voice carrying on the whispers of the wind. "Return to the world beyond, and know that the enchanted catnip forest shall always welcome you, should you have need of its restorative gifts." As the nymph's presence dissipated, Olivia felt a sense of purpose and belonging swell within her. Cradling the enchanted catnip in her paws, she turned to Buttercup, a warm smile spreading across her face. "Come, my friend," she said, her voice filled with a newfound confidence. "Let us return to the world beyond and share the wonders of this enchanted realm with all who need its healing touch." With Buttercup by her side, Olivia set out, her paws treading the path back towards the edge of the enchanted catnip forest, her heart filled with a sense of purpose and her mind brimming with the secrets she had uncovered during her harrowing journey. Chapter 6: The Emerald Collar's Triumph. As Olivia emerged from the depths of the enchanted catnip forest, her paws carrying her swiftly through the winding paths, she could feel a renewed energy coursing through her veins. Buttercup, his strength fully restored by the restorative powers of the sacred plant, bounded alongside her, his eyes shining with a vibrant, healthy glow. The feline guardian's mind was a whirlwind of thoughts, her heart swelling with a deep sense of purpose. The trials she had endured, the wisdom she had gained, and the profound understanding she had developed for the delicate balance of the enchanted realm, all of it had forged her into a guardian, a protector, a steward of the forest's most precious secrets. As Olivia's paws carried her back towards the edge of the enchanted catnip forest, she knew that her journey was far from over. The world beyond the verdant expanse was in need of the enchanted catnip's restorative gifts, and Olivia was determined to be the conduit that would share this ancient knowledge with those who needed it most. Buttercup, sensing the shift in his companion's demeanor, let out a soft, inquisitive chirp. Olivia's gaze softened as she met the woodland bunny's attentive eyes, and she knew that her friend shared in her newfound sense of purpose. "We have much work to do, Buttercup," Olivia murmured, her paw gently stroking the bunny's soft fur. "The world beyond these enchanted walls is in need of the enchanted catnip's healing power, and we shall be the ones to bring it to them." Buttercup's ears perked up, and the woodland bunny let out a series of eager trills, his tail twitching with excitement. Olivia couldn't help but chuckle, her heart swelling with affection for her loyal companion. As they neared the edge of the forest, Olivia's paws slowed to a measured pace, her keen senses alert for any signs of danger or unwanted attention. She knew that the secrets of the enchanted catnip were not to be shared lightly, for they held a power that could be both wondrous and perilous in the wrong paws. Suddenly, a familiar voice echoed through the trees, causing Olivia to pause in her tracks. "Ah, so the feline guardian has returned from her journey, and with a most precious treasure in tow." Olivia whirled around, her green eyes narrowing as the mischievous forest sprite materialized before her, its luminous form dancing in the air. "Forest sprite," Olivia acknowledged, her voice edged with a hint of caution. "What business do you have with us?" The sprite's expression was unreadable, its delicate wings fluttering with a subtle hint of amusement. "Why, to offer my congratulations, of course," the sprite trilled, its voice dripping with an almost playful sincerity. "You have proven yourself worthy, Olivia, guardian of the emerald collar, and the enchanted catnip forest has deemed you a true protector of its sacred secrets." Olivia felt a surge of pride, but she remained wary, her paw instinctively tightening around the shimmering enchanted catnip in her grasp. "And what price do you demand for this congratulations, Forest Sprite?" she questioned, her voice laced with a subtle challenge. The sprite's luminous form seemed to shimmer with a hint of delight, and it let out a soft, chiming laugh. "Ah, ever the cautious one, are we not, feline guardian?" the sprite teased, its wings fluttering with a mischievous flourish. "But no, I have no demands to make of you this day. I merely wished to convey the forest's gratitude for your unwavering dedication and the wisdom you have gained through your trials." Olivia felt her guard begin to lower, but only slightly. "And what of the wise old tree spirit and the vine keeper?" she pressed, her gaze searching the surrounding trees for any sign of their presence. The forest sprite's expression grew more somber, its wings stilling for a moment. "The wise old tree spirit and the vine keeper have both acknowledged your worthiness, Olivia," the sprite revealed, its voice carrying a rare note of reverence. "They know that the enchanted catnip and the harmony of this forest are now in the paws of a true guardian." Olivia felt a surge of relief wash over her, and she nodded, her shoulders relaxing ever so slightly. "Then I shall continue to fulfill that role, Forest Sprite," she declared, her voice ringing with a newfound confidence. The secrets of the enchanted catnip forest shall be safeguarded, and its restorative gifts shall be shared with those who need them most. The sprite's luminous form danced in the air, and it let out a soft, melodic trill. Then go forth, Olivia, guardian of the emerald collar, the sprite proclaimed, its voice echoing through the trees. The enchanted catnip forest stands with you, and its ancient power shall be your ally in the trials that lie ahead. With a final, mischievous wink, the forest sprite disappeared, leaving Olivia and Buttercup alone once more. The feline guardian took a deep, steadying breath, her gaze filled with a sense of determination and purpose. "Come, Buttercup," she said, her paws already moving forward. "We have a world to heal, and the enchanted catnip's secrets to share." As they emerged from the forest's verdant embrace, Olivia knew that her journey had only just begun. But with the enchanted catnip's restorative power in her paws, and the unwavering loyalty of her dear friend Buttercup by her side, she was more than ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. For the Emerald Collar's guardian was now a true protector of the enchanted catnip forest's most sacred treasures, and her quest to bring healing and harmony to the world beyond had only just begun. Chapter 7: The Emerald Collar's Destiny Revealed. As Olivia and Buttercup stepped out from the enchanted catnip forest, the feline guardian could feel the weight of her newfound responsibilities pressing upon her. The secrets she had uncovered, the power she now wielded, were not to be taken lightly. She knew that the enchanted catnip's restorative gifts held the potential to transform the world, but they also carried the risk of being misused by those who did not understand the delicate balance of nature. Cradling the glimmering plant in her paws, Olivia looked down at Buttercup, her emerald eyes filled with a sense of purpose. "The road ahead will not be an easy one, my friend," she murmured, her tone laced with a hint of trepidation. "The world beyond these enchanted walls is in dire need of the enchanted catnip's healing power, but we must tread carefully, lest we upset the fragile harmony we have worked so hard to protect." Buttercup let out a soft, reassuring chirp, his eyes shining with a steadfast loyalty that warmed Olivia's heart. She knew that she could count on her woodland companion to be by her side, no matter what challenges they faced. With a deep breath, Olivia set off, her paws carrying her back towards the familiar streets and bustling crowds of the city beyond the forest's edge. As she walked, her mind raced with the implications of her newfound role as the guardian of the enchanted catnip's secrets. She had been chosen by the forest's ancient spirits, entrusted with a power that could heal the sick, mend the broken, and restore balance to a world teetering on the brink of chaos. But with that power came great responsibility, a responsibility to use it wisely, to share it judiciously, and to protect it from those who would exploit it for their own selfish gains. As Olivia approached the edge of the city, she paused, her gaze sweeping over the towering buildings, the bustling streets, and the sea of faces that seemed so far removed from the enchanted realm she had just left behind. "This is where our true work begins, Buttercup," she murmured, her paw gently stroking the woodland bunny's soft fur. "The enchanted catnip's power must be wielded with the utmost care, for the world beyond these walls is fragile and unpredictable. Buttercup let out a soft, almost questioning chirp, his head tilting slightly as he gazed up at his feline companion. Olivia's lips curled into a small but determined smile. "Yes, my friend," she said, her voice firm and resolute. "We must find a way to share the enchanted catnip's gifts without disrupting the delicate balance of this city, this world. For if we are not careful, the consequences could be catastrophic." As Olivia stepped forward, her paws carrying her deeper into the bustling streets, she felt a sudden, inexplicable tug at the emerald collar that adorned her neck. The ancient amulet, a symbol of her role as the guardian of the enchanted catnip forest, began to glow with a faint, ethereal light. Olivia paused, her brow furrowing in confusion as she stared down at the collar. Buttercup, sensing the shift in his companion's demeanor, pressed closer to her, his ears perked with a curious attentiveness. Suddenly, a voice seemed to reverberate within Olivia's mind, its timeless wisdom echoing through the very depths of her being. "Olivia, guardian of the enchanted catnip," the voice spoke, its tone both gentle and commanding. "The time has come for the true purpose of the emerald collar to be revealed." Olivia's eyes widened, and she nodded, her paw instinctively reaching up to caress the glowing amulet. "I am listening, ancient spirits of the forest," she replied, her voice steady and resolute. "The emerald collar is not merely a symbol of your guardianship," the voice continued, its words carrying the weight of centuries of wisdom. "It is a conduit, a bridge between the enchanted realm and the world beyond. Through it, you have been chosen to bring the healing power of the enchanted catnip to those who have been lost, to those who have been broken by the harsh realities of this modern age." Olivia felt a flutter of both trepidation and determination rise within her chest. "Then I shall fulfill this destiny," she declared, her gaze narrowing with a newfound sense of purpose. "The enchanted catnip's gifts shall be shared, but I will guard them with my life, for I know the dangers that can come from wielding such ancient power." The voice within her mind seemed to hum with a subtle approval. "So it shall be, Olivia, guardian of the emerald collar. The forest stands with you, and the enchanted catnip's restorative powers shall be your greatest ally in the trials that lie ahead." As the voice faded, the emerald collar's glow subsided, but Olivia could feel a surge of energy coursing through her veins. She knew that the true scope of her responsibility had been revealed, and that the fate of both the enchanted realm and the world beyond rested upon her shoulders. Buttercup let out a soft, encouraging trill, and Olivia looked down at her loyal companion, her lips curving into a resolute smile. "Come, Buttercup," she said, her voice filled with a newfound determination. "The enchanted catnip's destiny, and our own, awaits." With the shimmering plant cradled in her paws and the emerald collar glowing with a faint, ethereal light, Olivia set off, her paws carrying her deeper into the bustling city, her heart filled with the unwavering conviction to fulfill the sacred trust that had been placed upon her. Chapter 8: The Emerald Collar's First Trials. As Olivia navigated the bustling streets of the city, the weight of her newfound responsibility weighed heavily upon her. The emerald collar's true purpose had been revealed, and she now understood that she had been chosen as the guardian and conduit of the enchanted catnip's restorative powers, a sacred duty that would test the very limits of her courage and wisdom. Buttercup, sensing the intensity of his companion's focus, remained dutifully by her side, his keen eyes scanning the unfamiliar surroundings for any potential threats or opportunities. Olivia's paw tightened around the shimmering enchanted catnip, her mind racing with the implications of her role. She knew that the ancient plant's gifts could heal the sick and mend the broken, but she also understood the grave consequences if its power were to fall into the wrong paws. "We must tread carefully, Buttercup," Olivia murmured, her voice barely above a whisper. "The world beyond the enchanted catnip forest is vast and unpredictable, and the spirits of the forest have entrusted us with a great responsibility." Buttercup let out a soft, affirming chirp, his ears perking up as he gazed up at Olivia with unwavering loyalty. As the feline guardian continued her trek through the bustling city streets, her senses remained acutely attuned to her surroundings. She could feel the weight of the emerald collar pulsing against her neck, as if the ancient amulet was guiding her towards her next destination. Suddenly, Olivia's steps faltered as a familiar scent caught her attention, the pungent, earthy aroma of the enchanted catnip. Her emerald eyes narrowed, and she quickened her pace, Buttercup trailing closely behind. The scent led her to a small, unassuming alleyway, where Olivia's sharp gaze detected the faint shimmer of an otherworldly light. Cautiously, she approached the source, her hackles rising as she caught sight of a disheveled, ragged figure crouched over a small, glowing plant. "Halt!" Olivia commanded, her voice ringing with authority. "That plant you possess is not for the taking of common hands." The figure startled, whirling around to face the feline guardian, its eyes wild and desperate. "You don't understand," the figure cried, its voice cracking with a mixture of fear and desperation. "My child is gravely ill, and this plant is the only thing that can save her." Olivia's heart clenched at the raw anguish in the stranger's voice, but her grip on the enchanted catnip tightened, her expression resolute. "I understand your plight, stranger," she replied, her tone softening ever so slightly. "But the enchanted catnip is not to be taken lightly. Its power must be wielded with the utmost care, lest it bring about unintended consequences." The figure's shoulders slumped, and Olivia could see the glimmer of tears in their eyes. "Please," they begged, their voice barely above a whisper. "My daughter is all I have left. I can't bear to lose her." Olivia felt a pang of empathy, but she knew she could not simply hand over the enchanted catnip without understanding the full implications of such an act. The ancient plant's restorative powers were not to be taken lightly, and she had been entrusted with the responsibility of guarding them. Buttercup, sensing the tension in the air, let out a soft, concerned trill, his ears flattening against his head. Olivia took a deep breath, her gaze meeting the desperate strangers with a mixture of compassion and resolve. "I cannot simply give you the enchanted catnip," she said, her voice firm but not unkind. "But I can offer you an alternative, a way to harness its power without disrupting the delicate balance of the world." The stranger's eyes widened, a glimmer of hope igniting in their gaze. Olivia continued, her words measured and deliberate. "I am the guardian of the enchanted catnip, entrusted with the sacred responsibility of sharing its gifts with those in need. I will guide you, but you must understand the gravity of what you are about to undertake." The stranger nodded, their expression a mixture of relief and trepidation. "I will do whatever it takes to save my daughter," they vowed, their voice trembling with a newfound determination. Olivia nodded, her emerald eyes filled with a solemn understanding. "Then come with me, stranger," she said, her paws already carrying her forward. "The enchanted catnip's restorative powers shall be your daughter's salvation, but you must heed my every word if we are to succeed." As Olivia led the way, Buttercup by her side, she knew that the true test of her guardianship had begun. The Emerald Collar's destiny had been revealed, and she was now tasked with navigating the treacherous waters of the mortal realm, all while safeguarding the ancient secrets of the enchanted catnip forest. With a deep breath, Olivia pressed onward, her heart filled with a resolve that would be tested with every step she took. Chapter 9: The Emerald Collar's Guiding Light. Olivia led the desperate stranger through the winding streets of the bustling city, Buttercup's watchful presence a constant companion at her side. Her paws moved with a purposeful stride, her emerald eyes scanning their surroundings with a keen vigilance, ever aware of the delicate enchanted catnip cradled in her grasp. As they navigated the maze of towering buildings and crowded sidewalks, Olivia could feel the weight of the emerald collar pulsing against her neck, the ancient amulet seemingly guiding her towards their destination. "Where are we going?" the stranger asked, their voice tinged with a mixture of anxiety and hope. Olivia glanced over her shoulder, her expression a careful balance of empathy and resolve. "To a place where the enchanted catnip's power can be wielded with the utmost care," she replied, her tone measured and calm. "A place where its restorative gifts can be harnessed to heal your daughter without disrupting the fragile balance of the world beyond the enchanted catnip forest." The stranger's brow furrowed, a flicker of doubt flickering across their features. "But time is of the essence," they pressed, their voice laced with a desperate urgency. "My daughter grows weaker with each passing moment. Surely there must be a quicker way to save her." Olivia shook her head, her gaze unwavering. "I understand your concern, and your fear," she said, her voice soft yet firm. "But the enchanted catnip's power is not to be taken lightly. Its healing properties are immense, but they must be wielded with the utmost care and wisdom, lest they bring about unintended consequences." The stranger's shoulders slumped, their expression torn between desperation and begrudging acceptance. "Then lead the way, guardian," they murmured, their voice tinged with a resigned defeat. Olivia nodded, her paws quickening their pace as the emerald collar's glow intensified, guiding her ever closer to their destination. As they rounded a corner, Olivia's sharp eyes caught sight of an unassuming doorway, its weathered frame adorned with a series of intricate carvings. Pausing briefly, she glanced down at Buttercup, who let out a soft, encouraging trill, his gaze fixed upon the door with a hint of reverence. "This is it," Olivia declared, her voice hushed but resolute. "The place where the enchanted catnip's power can be harnessed and shared with the world, without disrupting the delicate balance that sustains all life." The stranger's expression was a mixture of skepticism and hope as Olivia pushed open the door, ushering them both inside. The interior of the building was dimly lit, its walls adorned with shelves upon shelves of ancient tomes and scrolls. The air was thick with the scent of incense and the faint hum of an otherworldly energy, and Olivia couldn't help but feel a sense of reverence wash over her. A figure emerged from the shadows, their robes billowing with an ethereal grace. Olivia recognized the aura of the woodland nymph, and she felt a surge of relief course through her. "Welcome, feline guardian," the nymph's serene voice echoed, their luminous form radiating a profound wisdom. "I have been expecting you." Olivia dipped her head in a respectful gesture, her paw instinctively tightening around the enchanted catnip. "Woodland nymph," she acknowledged, her voice steady and resolute. "I have brought with me a mortal in dire need of the enchanted catnip's restorative power." The nymph's gaze shifted to the stranger, their expression unreadable. "I see," the nymph murmured, their voice tinged with a hint of contemplation. "And you understand the gravity of what you are about to undertake?" The stranger nodded, their expression a mixture of trepidation and determination. "I do," they replied, their voice laced with a newfound conviction. "My daughter's life hangs in the balance, and I will do whatever it takes to save her." The nymph's lips curled into a small, but approving smile. "Then step forward, mortal, and let the enchanted catnip work its magic," they declared, their slender hand extending towards the glowing plant in Olivia's grasp. As the stranger moved closer, Olivia could feel the tension in the air thick with a palpable energy that seemed to hum with an ancient, primal power. Gently, she placed the enchanted catnip in the nymph's outstretched palm, her emerald eyes filled with a deep sense of trust and responsibility. "Use its power wisely," she murmured, her voice barely above a whisper. "The fate of your daughter, and the delicate balance of the world, rests in your hands." The nymph's luminous form seemed to swell with a surge of energy, and they nodded, their expression radiating a profound sense of understanding. "So it shall be, feline guardian," they declared, their voice resounding with a timeless authority. "The enchanted catnip's restorative gifts shall be wielded with the utmost care, and the harmony of the world beyond the enchanted catnip forest shall be preserved." As the nymph turned their attention to the desperate stranger, Olivia felt a sense of relief wash over her. She knew that the true test of her guardianship had only just begun, but in this moment, she felt the unwavering support of the enchanted catnip forest and its ancient spirits. With Buttercup by her side, Olivia watched with bated breath as the woodland nymph's healing magic unfolded, the enchanted catnip's shimmering leaves glowing with a restorative power that transcended the mortal realm. For Olivia, the emerald collar's destiny had been revealed, and she was determined to fulfill her role as the guardian of the enchanted catnip's most sacred secrets, no matter the challenges that lay ahead. Chapter 10: The Emerald Collar's Legacy. As the woodland nymph's healing ritual unfolded, Olivia felt a surge of hope and trepidation coursing through her veins. The enchanted catnip's shimmering leaves pulsed with a powerful, restorative energy, and the feline guardian could sense the ancient plant's magic weaving its way through the air, infusing the very fabric of the world around them. Beside her, Buttercup remained a steadfast companion, his keen eyes fixed upon the scene with a mixture of awe and reverence. Olivia knew that her woodland friend shared in the gravity of their situation, for the fate of the stranger's child and the delicate balance of the mortal realm hung in the balance. The nymph's movements were measured and precise, their luminous forms swaying with an otherworldly grace as they manipulated the enchanted catnip's power. Olivia watched with bated breath, her paws clenched tightly at her sides, her emerald eyes filled with a profound sense of responsibility. Moments seemed to stretch into eternity as the ritual unfolded, the air thick with the pulsing energy of the ancient plant's restorative magic. And then, a shift, a subtle, yet undeniable change in the atmosphere that caused Olivia's hackles to rise. The stranger, their features once contorted with anguish, now relaxed, their expression transforming into one of pure relief and wonder. Olivia felt her heart swell with a tentative hope, her gaze flickering towards the nymph, whose radiant form seemed to dim ever so slightly. "It is done," the nymph's serene voice echoed, their words carrying a weight that belied their outward calm. "The enchanted catnip's power has been harnessed, and your daughter's health has been restored." The stranger let out a shuddering breath, their eyes glistening with tears of joy. "Thank you," they breathed, their voice barely above a whisper. "I don't know how I can ever repay you." The nymph raised a slender hand, their expressions softening with a hint of understanding. "The only repayment we require is your unwavering commitment to the enchanted catnip's sacred power," they said, their tone both gentle and resolute. "For the secrets you have witnessed here today must be guarded with the utmost care, lest they fall into the wrong paws and disrupt the delicate balance of the world." The stranger's expression sobered, and they nodded solemnly. "I understand," they replied, their voice filled with a newfound sense of purpose. Olivia watched the exchange with a mixture of relief and unease. While she was gratified to see the stranger's daughter restored to health, she knew that the true test of their guardianship had only just begun. As the nymph's gaze shifted to meet Olivia's, the feline guardian felt a profound sense of responsibility settle upon her shoulders. "Feline guardian," the nymph's voice rang out, their words laced with a timeless wisdom. "The enchanted catnip's power has been shared, but its secrets remain in your paws. You must continue to safeguard them, for the fate of the mortal realm and the enchanted world are inextricably linked." Olivia dipped her head in a gesture of unwavering commitment. "I understand, woodland nymph," she replied, her voice steady and resolute. "The enchanted catnip's gifts shall be wielded with the utmost care, and its secrets shall remain guarded, no matter the cost." The nymph's lips curved into a small, approving smile. "Then go forth, Olivia, guardian of the emerald collar," they declared, their words echoing with a timeless authority. "Your journey has only just begun, but the enchanted catnip forest stands with you, and its ancient power shall be your greatest ally in the trials that lie ahead." With a final, benedictory gesture, the nymph's luminous form began to fade, their presence dissolving into the very air around them. Olivia watched, her emerald eyes filled with a renewed sense of purpose, her paw instinctively reaching up to caress the emerald collar that adorned her neck. As the stranger turned to leave, their expression filled with a mixture of gratitude and reverence, Olivia knew that the true legacy of the enchanted catnip's power had been entrusted to her. The world beyond the verdant forest's embrace was in need of the ancient plant's restorative gifts, but she also understood the grave responsibility that came with wielding such profound magic. With Buttercup at her side, Olivia stepped out into the bustling city streets, her gaze fixed upon the horizon, her heart brimming with a steadfast determination. The emerald collar's destiny had been revealed, and she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, armed with the ancient wisdom of the enchanted catnip forest and the unwavering support of its ancient spirits. For Olivia, the guardian of the enchanted catnip's most sacred secrets, the true journey had only just begun.